And here is the writer's Almanac for Sunday. It's the 12th of May, 2019. It was on this day in 1888, Charles Sharrow, running for Yale University in track and field, first used the crouching start, running the 100-yard dash. Before that, runners simply stood at the starting line. Charles Sharrow, who went on to a distinguished diplomatic career, organizer of the International Olympics, and then in 1924 he wrote a book in praise of monarchy and Mussolini and Adolf Hitler. He said of Hitler, at least he is a leader who leads. Charles Sharrow, who died before the extent of Nazi atrocities became well known in America. Today is Mother's Day, introduced in 1870 by Julia Ward Howe as a day of protest after the Civil War. Mothers coming together, protesting their sons killing other mothers' sons. But that idea did not catch on, and the woman who really created the day as we know it, Mother's Day, was Anna Jarvis in 1908, and it became commercialized very quickly by the floral industry, which made Anna Jarvis furious. She referred to the florists as charlatans, bandits, pirates, racketeers, and kidnappers. And she died in poverty and without any children of her own. It was on this day, 1935, the founders of Alcoholics Anonymous first met in Akron, Ohio. Bill Wilson was on a business trip. He felt the need for a drink, but he wanted to stay sober, so he looked for support, and he was introduced to Dr. Bob Smith, a member of an evangelical Christian movement called the Oxford Group. These two men together spread the word about starting a support group for alcoholics, and Wilson wrote a book in 1939, Alcoholics Anonymous, the story of how more than 100 men have recovered from alcoholism, which described the 12-step program that they used. The first 3 steps were: 1, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. 2, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. 3, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. Today, other groups follow the 12-step model, including Debtors Anonymous, Overeaters Anonymous, Online Gamers Anonymous, Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous, Workaholics Anonymous, and many others. And it's the birthday of the actress Katharine Hepburn, born in Hartford, Connecticut, 1907. She had red hair, freckles, sharp cheekbones, and became one of the great actresses of the 20th century. She made a name for herself on Broadway in the role of an Amazon in the play The Warrior's Husband, in which she came on stage by leaping down a flight of steps while carrying an enormous stag on her shoulders. Katharine Hepburn, who said, if you obey all the rules, you miss all the fun. If you always do what interests you, at least one person is pleased. Here's a poem for today by Anita Aspoulier, Mother's Day Memo, remembering Ida. Breathe in her scent, thumb through food-stained pages, touch her buttery fingerprints, remove her little notes on more garlic or less wine, place them in your jewelry box in case they contain secrets. It's time to find Mom's clues. Bow your head to this unique holiday offer of sensory overload. Recall family dinners crowded around an orange banquette, curving around a formica table, kitchen walls strewn with flowered wallpaper, insisting on cheer. Allow a moment to grieve the loss of unconditional love. Pour a nice cup of tea. Open the Times online. Place the cursor on the world you live in now. Mother's Day Memo, poem by Anita S. Poulier from The Butcher's Diamond, published by Finishing Line Press and used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac for Sunday, the 12th of May, 2019. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.